Hello people, so I'm out again. As you can see, I'm in the car. I'm now on a place called the Schallaburg, Schaller Castle. You maybe remember from a video from last year, they changed their exhibitions every single year. So we are here now for the new one. The new one is called Being a Kid, Being a Child. So I'm quite interested in what they show us. It's very warm for the last couple of days. You can't sleep much or any good anymore because it's just so warm at night. So a bit tired, but well, we have to get through there. So let's go into the Schallaburg. So nearly there at the ticket office, you see part of the castle already. And here we have the motto of this year's exhibition, Being a Kid, on the Schallaburg. So the exhibition Being a Kid, and you can see we are greeted like kids with some eyes on the tower. Lovely entrance, just as I remembered from last year, with a playground down there for the kids. Well, there's a bit of renovation works going on here in the castle, but as you can see, according to the motto of this year's exhibition, it's made a wee bit more for kids. Well, there's a lot of renovation works going on, so a bit of it is closed, it seems. It doesn't look that lovely, but it has to be done so we can keep it for another couple of years. So the whole exhibition is about an homage to childhood, and here you can see a few things from the side of a kid. This wee guy there is now the Archduke Karl Joseph, one of the sons of the Emperor Ferdinand III. As you can see, the clothes were him and not he the clothes. He was crowned a bishop with just 13 years of age, and he died 2 years later. So this room is all about the fashion of kids. Up until the 18th century, the kids were clothed the same as the parents, so very adult clothes. And only just starting in the 18th century, people began to see the difference between a kid and an adult, so they started to create clothes for kids. And in a very young age, as you can see here, you could not identify them as girls or boys. This is a boy, Franz Ferdinand from Habsburg, the Archduke, and yeah, 2 years old, and you can see he looks like a girl. In the medieval ages, kids were handled as adults, starting with the 6th year of age. This is a sort of a baby walker and goes back to the Middle Ages. This is a baptism set for the granddaughter of the Empress Elizabeth. So Sissy gave this to her granddaughter. The question is, does a kid need that? This is called a baptism thaler. It's from 1570. It was given to a kid for his baptism, and we also have name and birth date and everything on it. The experts say that friendships made in the early years of your life won't last forever. Well, I can say I have 3 of those friendships now, still holding out. Here is a collection of cheat sheets collected by a teacher over 30 years. So reality and fantasy blur together when you're a kid. So this here is not a cone, it's a, oh, plank. This is not a rope, it's a plank. So up to you to find out. In a childhood, we like to imitate the grown-ups, but some people or kids had to be grown-ups already. Here you see an armor. This is an armor or a half armor of young Ferdinand Charles, the Archduke of Austria. It was given to him when he was 13 years old. It was never used in battle. It's only there to represent his family, to show off the wealth of the family. This was a writing set for a 7-year-old Crown Prince Rudolf. Yeah, he was prepared to be the new emperor. Unfortunately, he decided to make suicide when he was 31. Manners were important in those times, so in the 17th or 18th century, every kid got a miniature vessel for practicing table manners. What toys are right and what toys are wrong? Here, a plastic machine. Well, they say it's not much different to a water gun, but it's differently looked at in society. And mini high heels for girls. Well, do you need it or not? And imitation of cigarettes made out of chewing gum or chocolate, yes or no? Well, the first sort of Barbie from the 14th or the 15th century, going into the perfect Barbie, and then going over into a Barbie as we really look like. A wee doll's kitchen from 1940. A fully furnished dollhouse from 1890. So kids were also a status symbol. So the pram became very popular because you could show off a little bit. This pram here was meant to look like a wee car, so they would be a bit more attractive for the men, because the men decided in those times, in earlier times, which kind of pram you would buy. So this should animate them. And we talk about the 1950s here. The first pram was built in 1840 and sort of looked like this. Question: what's the ideal family? Well, here our Empress Maria Theresia, she had 16 kids in 18 years. Only 10 of them survived the first couple of years. So, well, is this the proper family? Kids were given to nurses because the women could get pregnant even faster, or they had to go back to work. This here is a labor bottle, an amulet given to a woman giving birth to a kid and should protect her. Yeah, if it's dead, well, that's something else. Up until the 19th century, out of 100,000 women, about 300 and 500 died during giving birth. Here you are allowed to be a kid. The 18th century saw the first nurseries. Starting with 1800s, flats started to arrange themselves according to the function, and only starting with the 1950s, there were rooms in every flat or house prepared for kids. So this was very interesting. A few aspects I've never thought about or knew, but it wasn't clear why it is like that. So yeah, it was a very good exhibition, I have to say. And now let's see what we can still find here. So let's walk the little walkway around here, but as you can see, a lot of work going on here. Bit of a shame, because it usually looks so beautiful, but hey, has to be done. Is coming into the kitchen. A lovely view here now into the garden, which we will see later on too. So very nice view here from the top. Underneath us there was the entrance, so we came here this direction. Oops, step. Another good view into the garden. Underneath us there is now the playground. Yep, and here the view to the motorway in the back. This here looks now like a very old part of this castle. Down into the crypt. So we've seen everything we are allowed to see. We are now going out into the garden. Bye bye, Schallaburg. Now into the garden. Thank God there's a little bit of wind coming along, otherwise you can't get through the days anymore with that heat. So we are now still outside of the garden, but you see, still looks as beautiful as on the inside. So in this beautiful garden with this fantastic view of the castle, we have unfortunately that ugly crane in there. So guys, that's us now. This was the garden of the Schallaburg. Yeah, I just had my lunch. There seems to be a bit of rain coming along, so I might not stay for too long. No? So I hope you enjoyed this little video here. I learned a lot about being a kid. Yeah, it's a long past, but it's still good to know a few things. So I started off the week a bit easy because there's a lot coming this week. So be prepared for more videos. Yeah, we will see a lot of new things. So we'll visit the family and all stuff. Yeah, so stay excited. Hope you're all good, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.